This video explains how you can request missing paperwork from your carriers, which includes bill of lading, proof of delivery, carrier invoice, or any other kind of paperwork. The steps to request paperwork are really simple. When you look at the payable line in the audit screen or the invoice screen, there will be this PPW option. If you click on the PPW, it opens up a screen that lists all the carrier contacts for that particular carrier. You pick the carrier contact or contacts you want to get an email. You pick the different types of documents you want. You can add a note, like get this paperwork now, and ask to get a copy, and then email the selected carrier. The carrier will get an email that looks like this, where they can click on a link to upload various types of paperwork. The resulting paperwork will appear up in the documents section once the carrier has submitted the paperwork. So it's really simple. You click the paperwork in the audit or the invoice screen. You select the recipients, the kind of paperwork you're looking for, and add any comments. Click the email selected and just wait for the recipients to submit the results. To get this to work is really simple. There's just a couple of things to set up. First, create any carrier contacts you want to have in the system that will get these emails. Make sure they have a proper email address and recommend that they get access to carrier view as well. Second, you may want to get notified whenever paperwork is uploaded into the system. To do this, go to your user profile, then go to Settings, go to the User Email Notifications group, and look for the bill of lading, POD, or carrier invoice uploaded from outside the system, and set that to get an email to your primary email address. Let's go through this in more detail. First, you click on the paperwork link, then you select the recipients from your list of carrier contacts. From there, you then select the paperwork types you'd like them to send you. You add any special notes, determine whether you want to get a copy of it, and then click the Email Selected button. The recipients will get an email that looks like this. It will show their reference numbers, your logo, the links to upload the various pieces of paperwork you asked for, your special instructions, an overview of the manifest, the total payable amount if you've set the pay amount, some standard text to say, hey, if you don't get us your paperwork, you may not get paid, and who sent the request. If they click the Upload Bill of Lading link, it will show them their reference number and a summary of the shipment, and they can select their document, add a comment, and then upload their bill of lading. Very simple. The person submitting the paperwork gets notified the document was uploaded, and anyone in your organization who wants the email gets notified. They'll get a summary of the shipment, the submitter's comments, and a link to view the document. The uploaded paperwork appears in the Documents section of the invoice or audit screen, and you can click on the document to view it in detail. All the activity is recorded in the transaction logs, where you can see when the request was sent and when the documents were uploaded. Uploading the POD works exactly the same as uploading the bill of lading, except the paperwork type will say proof of delivery. When the carrier uploads their invoice, this screen will be different. It lets the carrier upload their invoice right into your settlement system. They will see the order summary. They can then upload their invoice document, enter their invoice number, put in their invoice date, and who is uploading it, and any comment. But they also get the opportunity to get notified as the status changes in your system, and then they click Upload. The carrier will get notified that the invoice was successfully uploaded. All the paperwork that is uploaded by the carrier will show in the logs. If the carrier uploads their invoice, it creates billing notes and shows the paperwork automatically uploaded by the carrier. Finally, all the documents that are uploaded will appear in the Documents section. In the carrier settlement screen, billing notes are created showing that the paperwork was automatically uploaded by the carrier. Then the carrier invoice data, which includes their invoice number, their invoice date, and the date that it was inserted into the system, is automatically put into the system for you. You don't have to do it. Then right below that will be a hot link to the carrier invoice document. So it's one click to open and view the document in the same screen where you'll set all the carrier pay data. When someone in your company approves the vendor invoice, the person who submitted the paperwork via email will get a notification that the status was changed from audited to approved. The email they get will include the payment due date. Likewise, when somebody in your company posts the settlement record, the carrier can receive an email with the updated status that includes the payment due date. So in summary, here's how it works. You request paperwork from your carrier. They can use carrier view or click the links in the email you send them. They then upload the paperwork, which is logged, and emails are sent to notify everybody about what's going on. If the carrier invoice is uploaded, billing notes are created, and the settlement record is updated with the invoice number, invoice date, and receive date. When the invoice is approved or posted, the carrier can be updated with the status of their invoice. This automated feature has a lot of value. It's easy to use, so there's no more excuses for missing paperwork. You can improve the speed and accuracy of your billing. You can store all your trip-related documents with the order. It provides accountability and responsibility for who's doing it and why or why not it's been done. People can be kept informed about the status of the paperwork, and the documents are stored with all the dates and times and users who did them. Here are some frequently asked questions. What happens if I send it to multiple people and multiple people respond? Well, all the paperwork is going to be uploaded. The system does not know if it's a duplicate, so we will accept it all. If the duplicate document is a vendor invoice, it does not update the stored invoice data, but it will create a billing note showing that additional document was uploaded, and all vendor invoices will appear in the document list, so nothing will be lost. If you've already entered the settlement invoice data and then somebody uploads an invoice, it will not override what you've already entered into the system, but it will create a billing note showing the additional document was uploaded, and all vendor invoices will still appear in the document list. It just will not overwrite what you've already entered into the system. Other documents like bill dating and POD documents can easily be emailed from the system. Just open the document summary, click the blue email button, select an email address from the list of customer contacts presented to you, or enter in any email address, send the email. The recipient will receive a very nicely formatted email with the order information as well as the PDF attached to the email. The system is very good at sending the emails, but it has no control over whether the carrier will respond. That is your responsibility. The system can't know if the carrier opened the email or not. That's your responsibility. If the email bounces, make sure to go to the System tab and look for bounced emails. How long do we store the images? Well, currently, they are stored indefinitely. We may eventually put a time limit on storage, but as of this writing, no limit exists. Remember that if carriers submit their invoices via this method, they can ask to get notified on updates. You cannot turn these notifications off. That is hard-coded. This email request is just one way for carriers to upload documents into the system. Carriers can also use Carrier View to upload these same documents right into your system. If a document gets uploaded by mistake, it's easy to remove it. You can delete the document from the system as follows. Open the document summary, click the blue Actions drop-down at the bottom of the panel, select Remove, and the document will be tagged to remove in 2 days. Why should you bother using this feature? Well, that's your call. But for companies that want to improve the collection of like the bill of lading or proof of delivery or vendor invoice, this will really improve that capability, and so it's really a no-brainer. We want to thank Steve Barrett from Barrett Direct Line for this suggestion, and also thanks to the engineers at Full Circle for designing, building, testing, and implementing this great feature. Please take advantage of this feature to help the bill of lading, proof of delivery, invoice, and other paperwork get uploaded into the system by your carriers.